Hi, I'm Colin, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a soda can implode on itself. Now I know what you're saying, seems a little cruel to do something like that, but don't worry, I think you'll get over it. Now before we go ahead with this experiment, I just want to note that we are going to be using fire to heat the can up to a pretty hot temperature. And also, if you're a child, please get your parents to come help you with this. Don't try this alone. So we're going to need some tools to make sure this project goes the way we want it to, and that can gets crushed. So first, you're going to need a pair of tongs. At least anything that can grip, doesn't really matter if they look exactly like mine. Next, we're going to need a bowl of water. The bowl can be whatever you want, glass, plastic, metal, doesn't really matter. Just make sure that there's water in there, and there's at least a decent enough where you can submerge the can. And, you know, honestly, the colder the water, the better. And the last thing you'll need is an empty soda can. So now that you've got all your tools, let's go ahead and get this thing going. So you're going to take the can and you're going to fill it up with just a little bit of water. I'm talking about 10 milliliters into the can. That way it's just barely coating the bottom. After you've done that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put on the stove. Hopefully your stove is a gas stove because it'll make this a lot easier. But if not, I wouldn't really worry. I think you should be able to achieve the same results. So what we really want to have happen here is we want the water that's inside the can to heat up and turn into steam and literally just fill that can with a whole bunch of steam. It's okay if some escapes out the top. The results are going to be the same. So after about 20 to 30 seconds, you should start seeing some steam escaping from the mouth of the can. Now when this happens, you're going to take the tongs, grasp the can and make sure you've got a good grip on it, take it over to the water, flip it upside down, and then submerge the can. Now as you can see, the can will literally implode upon itself, and you might get startled because there is going to be a pop that happens, but hey, it's cool, right? So what happened was, the water that you had inside of the can, when placed on the stove, turned into a gas, which was steam. Now when you flipped it over and submerged the can into the water, it cut off any oxygen from being able to come back into the can, and all that steam being cooled by the surrounding water wanted to pull itself back together and create a liquid again. But unfortunately, because there was no air, it had to literally crush the can to reform its molecules back into a liquid form, thus giving us the implosion. Thanks for checking out my video. Again, I'm Colin, and this was my physics video showing you how to cause a can to implode.